Hello everyone, so I'm going to be talking today about the Penguin TV series which recently came out on HBO. And so I absolutely loved this show. It's a very gritty gangster TV series, so it tries to it's within the DC comic universe, but it tries to make it way more realistic in terms of what these villains or gangsters would actually do. And I personally love watching gangster films. I love The Godfather, Goodfellas, etc. And yeah, I just absolutely love watching this stuff. It's really dark, it's very gritty, but it's also placed in realism. It tries to mix those elements from The Godfather, other gangster films, and tries to mix it in with that mythology within the DC universe. And I absolutely loves it. So obviously Colin Farrell plays the main character of the Penguin, and he absolutely smashes it out of the park. I mean, he's incredible. Like his acting, I mean, you know it's him, but within all that makeup, his accent, his personality, the way he portrays the Penguin, like you would not know it's Colin Farrell unless you looked it up on Wikipedia, etc. So he absolutely knocks it out the park, and it's a really gritty storyline as well. So see, it's kind of like almost an origin story for the Penguin. So it begins off with, without revealing any spoilers, but essentially it begins with the Penguin getting himself into a situation. It all kind of sparks from there, and the main like two characters that go at each other are the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell, and Sophia Falcone, which is Carmine Falcone's daughter, and they kind of butt heads together, head to head. They go head to heads throughout the whole series, and so essentially it's about them two kind of tussling between the drug industry within Gotham. And so yeah, it's I'm kind of downplaying it without revealing any spoilers, but essentially them two going at each other, and so a lot of stuff happens during the way, and it's quite intense, a lot of the scenes, and in terms of the different smaller plots that go within the story. So obviously there's the Penguin, Sophia Falcone, those two go at it. But there's also another main character, which is Victor, which is kind of the Penguin sidekick, as you will. So he's kind of like the light versus the bad kind of character. So he kind of balances out the really dark side of the Penguin, and you also have that light side of Victor to kind of almost balance out things for the viewer rather than just constantly this dark character being on the screen. So Victor kind of provides that humanity in a sense to the screen, and provides that contrast to the Penguin as like a more better version of humanity to make it more balanced within the scene as well. So it's really compelling. So it goes through like the backstory for the Penguin. It goes through his childhoods, his relationship with his mother is also important, and it goes through this whole backstory that kind of takes a dark turn a lot of times in the series. So for me at the beginning, it was quite like a normal gangster film in a way. It was quite almost glamorized being a gangster in a way. The way the Penguin is portrayed at the beginning of the series, where it's like, oh, he's not letting people disrespect him, and so that's why he's acting out like that way. People are disrespecting him, or he wants to get what he wants, so he has to act a certain way to get his to just survive within society, and it almost glamorizes it in a way. But then gradually, as the series goes on, you kind of find out that, oh, this guy is okay. At the beginning, it was like, okay, maybe he just doesn't want people to disrespect him. But as the series goes on, you realize, oh, this is actually sick. This is actually quite disgusting, some of the stuff he does. And it takes a real dark turn. It's like, it takes such a dark turn that it becomes unrelatable, but in a really entertaining way. Like as a viewer, like you don't want to watch it because it's so disgusting, but you do want to watch it because it's like, it's so out of the norm, and you're just intrigued to find out more about his character and see what he does in the future. And it's so twisted and sick, some of the things he does. Like, yes, you want this guy to get caught on one hand, and you want justice to be served to him, but on the other hand, you don't want to. You just want to carry on seeing this series. You want the series to continue on because you kind of want to see, like, oh, this is kind of messed up. I kind of see what else he does. So it's kind of a juxtaposition as a viewer. On one hand, you see, oh, this guy's sick and twisted, and then one hand, like, oh, this series is so good, I just want to see this guy continue and see what else he does. So yeah, it's kind of a really great storyline, and it's basically a battle between the Penguin, Sophia Falcone, with Victor as a kind of a lighter side to the scene. So one thing I also want to mention is the scenery in the Penguin. So the Penguin is obviously set in Gotham, and you're really immersed within that DC universe or Batman universe. Really, the scenery is gorgeous. It's really gritty. You can you're almost like immersed within that city, because all the props or sets are really well done. And yeah, it's just visually really great to look at, and you're really immersed within that dark nature of the series as well. So yeah, as I mentioned, so it's a really great storyline, and by the end of it, like, you are really hating on the Penguin, but it's really good from a story writer's perspective. Like, to be able to invoke such hateful emotions to this one character provides testament to how good the story writing is throughout the whole storyline. So bringing you up from the Penguin, kind of almost empathizing with him in a way. He's kind of beaten down or trod on in society, and he's just a guy that's trying to work his way up, survive, not let people disrespect him. But as it goes on, it gets more twisted and dark in a way, and by the end, like, you're kind of just hating on this guy. I mean, this guy's just messed up, he's twisted, he's evil, and a lot of times it's mentioned that he is the devil kind of reincarnated, which is mentioned by his own mother in a way. So in a way, yeah, it's a fantastic storyline, because it builds you up to really hate on this guy, and it kind of really sets up, I believe, for the Batman film series, for Batman Part 2, where I believe the Penguin is likely to make a reappearance based on the positive reviews for the Penguin. I don't see how they cannot at least do a second series of the Penguin, or be a main villain within the Batman film series. I think it would be a great antagonist to Batman. Like, there would be a lot of viewers for this, and they'll just be really wanting this guy to suffer or face vengeance in front of Batman, really. So yeah, all in all, it was a really enjoyable series. I mean, I love gangster films, love gangster TV series, so I absolutely love this. And yeah, so it's kind of one of the best series I've watched in a long time, and I really recommend people to watch it as well. I'd give this TV series like an A+ or an A star. It's that good. Like, but you do have to be prepared. It's not like definitely not a happy-go-lucky TV series. Like, you do have to be prepared that there is going to be stuff that's kind of messed up and twisted in this TV series. So be prepared for that. But if you like watching that stuff, love watching gangster stuff, I highly recommend this, and I give this an A+. So, all right, thanks for watching. So I hope you also watch the Penguin HBO series, and I might do a spoiler-free. I might do a spoiler video in the future. So yeah, until next time. Thank you very much.